question we left you with before the break was, what was the title of Andrew Ridgeley's long-forgotten solo album? The answer, of course, was Son of Albert, and if you know that, there's no reason why you should. In case you've forgotten or you've just joined us, our guests this evening are Stuart Adamson from Big Country and Jack LeConte from Lay Rhythm Guitar. Pleasure to have you here. OK, we move on to the objects round, and this is where we give you 3 objects that denote clues to a band or an artist. We start with you, Stuart, and you get a bunch of roses, freshly picked this morning, a pair of black-framed glasses, and a cunningly assembled picture here of Oliver Reed with a small army on him. So, 3 sterling clues there. For you, Jacques, there's a glass here with Batman on it, although I'd pay attention to what's on the glass, a Corvette, and some cream. So, do you have any idea who these clues might refer to?
I'm pretty much sure this one's Elvis Costello.
Yeah. Whoa. Faster than a speeding bullet, Stuart Adamson. Right, well, what's led you to that stunning conclusion?
Been a good year for the Roses.
One of his songs?
Black Glasses and Oliver's Army here, obviously.
Obviously. Took me hours to do that, I did.
Fabulous, it's a little work of art going on right here in your very own living room.
It is, yeah, marvellous. No, very well played, yeah. Right, Jacques.
At this point, Stuart overtakes me in the competition.
Well, he's level with you.
Oh, he draws level with me.
Yeah, but of course, if he guesses your clues as well, he'll have you, yeah.
Right, yeah, Cream, Corvette and Batman. It's a mystery to me.
It's a mystery to you, but it's not to Stuart. His finger is on the imaginary buzzer here. So, Stuart.
It's Prince.
It is Prince. Delightful. So, well, you're wise now, so talk us through the clues.
Well, when you gave me that, I thought it's going to be Prince, just because I did.
A glass with Batman.
The Corvette, of course, Cream I get now, but the Corvette I couldn't work out.
You didn't know that he had a song called Little Red Corvette?
I do now.
You do now? OK. Well, very modest of you, yes. Well, let's take a look at Elvis Costello and Prince in action. Hello there with Veronica, and of course Prince with Get Off. OK, at this stage I can actually tell you, Stuart, you've crept into the lead, which is the first time in the game, so very well played to you. Jacques, you'll be very disappointed to know that the next round allows you to score no points. We're simply going to show you 2 brand new videos. All we want to know is whether you like them or not. And we start off with Semisonic, a band who are huge in America at the moment, with Closing Time. Watch this. Sonic there with their brand new single, which is out on Monday. That's Closing Time. Stuart, what do you think of Semisonic? Obviously they're massive in America.
I like it, yeah. I've heard the song, obviously it's been out in America for quite some time. A lot of these bands are kind of interchangeable, I think, the kind of American college-type bands, you know, with the quiet verses and then the pounding guitars come in for the chorus. Yeah. There's a lot of that stuff around at the minute, but it's guitars and it's a great chorus melody, and the video's neither here nor there, but the song's brilliant. I really like the song. Yeah, that split screen thing, though, is obviously, you know, slightly irritating, let's be frank. Well, to my way of thinking, anyway. Jacques, does it sort of float your boat?
I've got to say, I quite like that split screen bit.
Yeah, you've got to say that, haven't you, you know?
And I quite like videos that have just got, you know, some kind of idea, no matter how simple or irritating they might be.
Yeah.
You know, I just like videos that have a general direction. The song, I just find it a little bit more irritating than the video, which I quite like.
Right, I'm now officially confused.
Do I get a point for that?
Stop trying. Stop trying to just, you know. Right, shall we move on? I think we should. We move on to My Life Story and their brand new single, which is called Empire Line. Watch this, folks. My Life Story. Mr. Jake Shillingford, a former guest on this show, of course, and My Life Story with Empire Line, which was out on Monday. So, Jacques, My Life Story, your thoughts, please.
Not feeling vibes on it. They did that video before where they had he was standing behind the glass in the women's lavatories at a club or so, and I thought that was a really good idea, but it didn't really go anywhere.
Just as a concept, going into the women's lavatories and standing behind some glass.
Yeah, yeah.
It's quite a good idea, isn't it?
Something I like to do, but they, you know, it really just didn't speak any kind of volumes to me.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Stuart.
Yeah, I'm kind of ambivalent about it too. It also looks like the worst sweater ever to wear in a rain shower. If you go out in that jersey and it rains, you're in big trouble. Yeah, it's another quiet verse, loud chorus song, and there's a bunch of them around, you know. And the video was like neither here nor there too, you know. It's very kind of generic and seen it all before, really.
I don't even have to ask you this question, but if you had to pick a tune of the week between Semisonic and My Life Story, who would you go for?
I'd pick the Semisonic one, but that's probably because I'm more familiar with it.
Jack?
My spokesperson.
Okay, this is the part of the show where I like to say, fluff on the needle! You may have noticed the death deck here behind me. Bizarrely enough, the stylus here is actually stuck on a record. And I want to know who the record's by and what the track is. So without further ado, fluff on the needle. Hey.
Over to you.
I don't know.
Do you want a few clues?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. George Michael covered this particular track for his live album.
All right. Killer by Adamski. Or was that Killer by Seal?
Right, well, was it Seal or Adamski in that case?
I think that was Seal's version by Adamski, which originally he did it, so that was Adamski's version.
I knew that's what you were saying, and you're absolutely right. Let's have a quick burst of it. Pointed out just then, it was, of course, Adamski with Seal on vocals. So, well played to you there, Jacques. Very well played. Okay, now, this is the last round of the evening. This is where I ask you as many questions as I can fit into 45 seconds. But before that, I can actually tell you that you're on level pegging. So there really is everything to play for.
Well,
it really is the decider.
The Battle of the Stuarts.
Yep. Yeah, the Battle of the Stuarts has begun. Right, Stuart, where did Alanis keep her hand in 1995?
In her pocket?
In her pocket, yeah, well played, right. What was the name of Joan Jett's backing band?
The Runaways.
No, her backing band, when she went solo. That was her first band, so score a bonus point for that anyway, for that bit of endless trivia.
Totally escapes me.
Okay, I'll move on in that case. It was the Blackhearts, of course.
Right.
Simon and Garfunkel wrote songs including Mrs. Robinson for which 1968 movie?
The Graduate.
Correct. And which band did Iggy Pop come to prominence with?
The Stooges.
Correct. Who was the drummer in The Police?
Stuart Copeland.
Correct. Which band with Hayley Mills' son on vocals... Stop it with the horn, will you? I'll start it, I'll finish, so you get to answer the question. Which band with Hayley Mills' son on vocals recently split?
Cooler Shaker.
Correct, yes, very well played. Well played.
Such a challenge there.
I don't know.
Obviously, you've steamed into the lead there, but Jacques, your 45 seconds start now. Who recently released an album called Reload?
Metallica.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll have to give you that, but I was actually looking for Tom Jones as an answer, but Metallica did. Yeah, well played. Okay. Which song became the Prodigy's first #1?
Charlie.
No, it was Firestarter, actually. What was the title of Bush's debut album?
I don't know. Sheared.
No, it was 16 Stones, but a good guess. Which female singer sang on Massive Attack's Unfinished Sympathy?
She did it. Sharon Nelson.
Yes, well played. Who replaced Bernard Butler on guitar in Suede?
Oh, young guy.
Plays guitar.
Plays guitar, yeah. Long hair. Yeah. No, go on.
Richard Oakes. What was Billy Idol's band called before he went? Stop it with the horn. I'll start so I'll finish.
Was it Generation X?
It was Generation X. Very well played. Brilliant. Okay. Ooh. Well, I can actually tell you that we do have a winner this evening, and that winner is Stuart Adamson from Big Country. So you are the winner. You are the winner of the 8 cans of extremely cheap lager from my local offie down in Tufnell Park there. There are no losers. Something for the night bus home all the way back to Reading, of course. A kebab from my local kebabery. So there you go, Jack. Nobody goes home and put your hand in his pocket. Okay, all that remains for me to do is to thank our 2 guests this evening. Stuart Adamson from Big Country. Jacques Leconte from Les Rhythm Digital.